Xenosaga 3. Are we on Old Miltia? Just to let you know, Xenosaga 2 is now in the past. In the past, had to fight the final boss. I guess he was the Eminence Sergio, and he was quite a pain in the ass. But I got past him, and now we're a few hours in on Xenosaga 3, PS2 style. Hopefully this is all coming through. It sounded kind of bassy to me a little bit earlier, but I'll try to modulate my voice in order for the communications to come through. So, let's do it. We're in front of the waterfalls on possibly Old Miltia. We'll see. I have played this before, but the details of the plot and where they go escapes me. This is the new model Xian. They all have new models. In fact, Xenosaga 3 was the best model portrayal of this cast. And just fantastic. If they made an HD remake of this, it would be astounding. I say, damn astounding. With all the Xenosaga 3 characters in the adult form, of course. Of course. But of course, you know, the earlier games would have younger looking models. Because they were quite younger back then. But they could do it using these older models as the base for that, and it would be fantastic. I mean, I loved the kind of anime style of Xenosaga 1. Xenosaga 2 went to go a little bit too photorealistic. It didn't really suit the genre too much, but this is about the perfect blend between a realistic and an anime model, and you've seen characters like this in other things since Xenosaga 3. Xenosaga 3 was 2006 on the PS2. So we'll check out the party here in a little bit. What just happened was, there was a Cosmos Telos battle. It was a Femdroid battle of the ages. And Cosmos got her ass kicked by the new Femdroid on the block named Telos, who is actually version 2 of Cosmos, but she is the unthinking evil version. So let's check out the party, see what's going on. I think there will be some action happening. Also, the combat in Xenosaga 3 just is so much smoother than Xenosaga 1 or 2. Xenosaga 2 had like a really strange combat system, which played off of Xenosaga 1. They just made it a little bit more complex. And that really wasn't happening. I could see how people couldn't get into it. So anyway, off we go. So here we are. And that doesn't really... Alright. Xian level 18. Ziggy 18. Jin 18. Momo 18. Junior 18. Chaos 18. So everybody is at 18. Let's check out some of the skills that we have in this game. Quick, break, heal. Breaking the opponent is very important in this game because it puts them in a down state where they miss 2 rounds. And that's very important on tougher enemies where you have to drive up. You have to drive up their break gauge and then completely just lay into them when they're in their broken state. A number of other powerful things going on here. This is important. Fence, increase attack power and ether power. Anyway, we won't go through all of them. Pretty much arranged, I think, for what the next battles may be, but we'll see. And this game is very cutscene heavy.
Over there! Let's go.
So please do not take it so badly. There's a lot of story in this game. If you like story with your games or with your RPGs, this series, this game is for you.
Jin!
Damn it! I can't die before I rendezvous with the main unit.
Ah,
These are
flashback
combat
time.
realities. Just like they're against veterans.
What do you want to do? It's not going to last long.
We can't just abandon someone who's hurt. Let's help
Great
him.
music all the way through. All the way through. So this
Don't
Lieutenant
underestimate me.
Virgil turns out to be... Let's just see what these guys have to fight with. Analyze. Ball will tell us exactly what we're up against. This little area right down there, where you see like from left to right, earth, fire, ice, lightning, and beam. That tells you, this thing right here tells you what their weaknesses are when you analyze them. The circle is weak, as it says on the screen. Circle is weak, triangle is strong, the minus is an absorb, and the X is null. So, this guy is weak to ice. I don't really have an ice caster at this time, so we're just take him down. Break him. Those spinning stars are a break, which means that you pretty much can get a critical, get some extra damage. Combat animations on this are tight. Combat flows as fast as you want it to, depending on how well you have everything memorized. And of course, I'm talking, so I'm not really at full steam as yet. Good move. Ziggy's always good for Get him with that.
It's just a scratch.
Jin's an all-time favorite. Oh, what am I gonna do with this? I have to figure out where to put my cam, possibly.
Who the hell are you? Drop your weapons.
It can't be. Lieutenant Virgil?
Virgil? The Testament?
Yes, he looks a little different, but there's no doubt.
He's
But
younger.
how?
How do you know my...
He's hurt.
Shion is
Don't touch me.
always one to help.
Oh, don't move and let me treat your wound.
Always one to help. You have to excuse me, I gotta keep stretching out here for various reasons.
What should we do?
Well, probably help him. Maybe?
We help him. What else?
But he's a testament, right?
Not yet. He isn't. But maybe with this, you could change him at the beginning of it all. Maybe.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not asking you. Let's go.
His wounds are serious. If we don't do something soon...
We can't leave him here.
Yes. At any rate, let's find a safe location.
Always pragmatic, that Jin.
Momo, please lend me a
Always
hand. I'm
pragmatic.
going to stop the bleeding.
Okay.
Yes, you help, Momo. By kneeling and going,
That should do it.
is he fixed?
Let's hurry and get him somewhere he can
Is
rest.
he fixed? I certainly hope so. Let's move him out. Leave his gun. Or maybe somebody should pick it up. Take it with us. Keep it out of his reach. Alright, let's go. And the explosive impact on the environmental things that can be broken. Very satisfying. Watch this. Very satisfying. Break it! Sometimes there are chests or treasure within those breakable objects, and sometimes there are monsters. Also, there's a very extensive database in this game in case you missed out on Xenosaga 1 and 2, or what happened between 2 and 3. So originally there were supposed to be, I want to say, 9 games in this series, or maybe it was 6, but they only ended up making like 3. I don't think it had that.
Maximum output.
Oh yeah, got some eggs. What does that mean? These are indestructible eggs. There's only one destructible egg. Okay. Alright, we'll see about that. There was also a pretty funny scene at the beginning where the first time that you see Shion in this game, she's on a beach because she's taking a vacation from the hell that happened at the end of Xenosaga 2. And there's this whole funny play on knocking coconuts out of trees with her blast maneuver, which is reminiscent of Kingdom Hearts 1 when Sora is stuck on the island. Totally hilarious. You can totally see the, not the influence, but just the joke, the inside joke about it. Alright, so you got something. Remover. That word, remove status effects. Which is pretty cool. You'll need it. And that in the background there, you see that large building? That large building in the background over there, over yonder, up, there, over there. That's Labyrinthos from Xenosaga 1. Because we are back in time now, and everybody's wondering, what is going on? Because we just got sucked through a wormhole.
Is someone there?
Wound up here.
That's... Feb?
Not Feb. 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 Oh my Feb.
Hey, wait! Shion, Virgil's getting worse.
Oh my goodness.
His condition is critical. We have to find somewhere to treat him, quickly.
Oh,
But where?
Feb's church. obviously. You've been through this before. You need to go to Feb's church.
Wait. There should be a church up ahead.
Don't you remember that from
A
Xenosaga
church?
1?
Yes, when I woke up in this forest, I felt strange. But if this is Milsha, and that's Feb, then this is a place I know well.
Indeed, it is.
If we follow her, we should arrive at an old church.
There's no time to hesitate. Let's carry him there.
Oh, and Cosmos is out of the picture for the time being because she's lost. So the way that this game starts is that she got re-requisitioned to the military. They tried her out against this new Telos battle droid, and she lost, and then they decided to scrap her. And then the crew of the Elsa was lost on this chunk of First Jerusalem that is floating in space, and so they decided to steal Cosmos from the disposal area on 5th Jerusalem and go rescue the crew of the Elsa. But she is out of the picture at this point because Telos kicked her ass. The last thing you see of her was Telos stepping on her chest. And there was a big light show and all of that, but Shion's main mission is to open Cosmos's heart, given to her by the little ghost girl Nephilim. So,
We saw this place in Cosmos' subconscious.
yes, way back when.
Yes. Fabronia here.
Dear old Fabronia.
The place holds a lot of memories for me and Feb.
Doesn't it, though?
You can rest inside here. Let's go.
And this is exactly what happened in real life. And now it's happening again.
Is anyone there? We have an injured person. May we let him rest here?
Oh, it's little Shion.
Who are you?
It's little Shion. Oh, little Shion. See, they can do it. They can do it with the Xenosaga 3 models. If they did the whole 1 through 3 again in HD remaster, remake, don't remake it. Just keep the same story, update all the models, keep the gameplay, keep the puzzles. Oh my god, they could do it on one Blu-ray and it would be fantastic. Fantastic. And they actually did have a poll on Twitter. Oh, it must have been years ago now, where they didn't have enough engagement from the people that like the Xenosaga series.
That's... me?
And I guess Namco
What's all the
Bandai
noise?
said nope. They said nope. They said nope, we're not going to do it.
Who are you people?
You're the Red Revenant, Kevin. You fuck.
Well, what's going on?
Such a shit.
Oh, we found someone hurt nearby. His wounds are serious and we can't move him, so we came here.
Someone hurt?
Feb's another helping hand.
Oh
Sorry to bring you through all
Labronia,
this.
wait.
It's going to be
This
a little
man
bit
is a
before
Federation
we get back to the
soldier.
action.
Do you...
no! He may be an enemy soldier, but he's still hurt.
Please read to yourselves.
I don't think that's a good idea. You're a UTIC organization, Real. It's bad enough that you're here at all. UTIC?
Please, he's going to die.
I know. Take him to the back room.
Maybe I should have Professor Mizrahi be a little more strict
Maybe.
in the management of Realians.
And your Realian clothing styles.
You're a valuable transgenic model. We can't lose you before your growth is complete.
Boy, you sound like such shit, Kevin.
I'm sorry, but I can't let him die.
Of course not.
Fabronia?
It goes against all that you have been made for, my dear Feb.
If you want to call the soldiers, go ahead.
And of course, this is probably a little throwback to Final
Fine.
Fantasy VII. A little bit. Not much. Healer in a church, of course.
I wouldn't want to cause a problem with your mental balance over something like this. I'll pretend I don't know about it.
Yeah, you do that.
Her maintenance medical kit is outside. It's for Realians, but it should be better than nothing.
Thank you.
I think I still need to adjust. Let me leave it right there, because that's cutscene. Hold on. We gotta adjust. We'll just go right about there. Pardon me?
Don't mention it. It's not like he's going to live anyway.
Let's see if that does something for us.
He's suffered heavy damage to his vital organs. Nanomachine treatment won't be enough.
Damn.
The stem cell germination can't keep up. We have to transplant the basic tissue he needs.
The whole aesthetic of this game is a lot like Star Trek The Next Generation as well. With those smooth angles and curves.
Damn. There's nothing we can do.
Oh, pardon me.
Please, transplant my organs.
So giving, that Feb.
That should compensate for what's missing.
Transplant?
She's a Realian. She can grow them back.
No offense, but you're a Realian. There's never been a case of transplanting organs from a Realian to
That
a
you
human.
know of, Jin.
I'm a transgenic type. I was designed by Professor Mizrahi as a template for next-generation Realians. My body composition is virtually identical to human beings.
Listen to that.
The cells should have an affinity for each other, so please.
Even if that's true, what about you? If we remove your organs, then you'll need transplants as well.
Not quite.
If we temporarily suspend my internal circulation, I can last for several hours. If I return to Labyrinthos during that time, I can regenerate there. I'll be fine. Please, help him.
Right, let's get the surgery minigame on. Just kidding. No surgery minigame.
He's going to die.
That would be pretty funny.
There's
though.
no other way.
That would be pretty funny if they did that.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, please.
She's begging for it.
transplant go well?
They really should have had a surgery minigame. That would have been hilarious. There are so many other minigames in Xenosaga 1 through 3. That would have been hilarious. Just like, something simple. Like the old
Yes.
Operation
that
board
quack
game.
surgeon, I wasn't too sure, but somehow he managed it.
That would have been hilarious.
He's sleeping in the back now. Don't worry.
They should have done
The
it.
others are with him.
Operation.
I see. Good.
You just hang on, Feb.
You should rest here for a while.
You just hang on.
Replication may be finished, but your body cycle still hasn't returned.
Yes, I'll do that.
You just rest up, Feb. We'll get the
thanks
adventure on,
for saying-
for sure.
Feb, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay, Shion. Everything's fine.
Your name's Shion?
Yeah, did you and your friends come in that green ship?
The green ship. Yes, we must find the green ship. The ship named Elsa.
Green ship?
Yeah, a pretty ship I've never seen before came down by the East Cave.
East Cave.
You were
Got
on it, right?
Could that be the Elsa?
It is.
Yes, it
Absolutely.
makes sense for the Elsa to have been sent to the same place with us.
Great. That'll make things easy.
We should check it out.
Let's check it out, Chaos. You're back.
I can't believe you went and did this. They're going to question my supervision.
I did it on my own. I won't bring any trouble upon you.
I certainly hope not. It's about time for the organization to show up. Could I ask you all to leave? It's only going to complicate matters if you're here.
Sure, we gotta go check out the East Cave anyway.
What about him?
Later.
Sorry, but he has to stay right here. There's
Really?
going to be serious trouble if someone finds out I helped an enemy soldier. Once we're gone, you can do as you please.
All right. Shion, thanks for telling me about the ship.
Sure. Goodbye.
Little Shion helping Big Shion. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here because the organization's gonna get here pretty soon. Gotta get out. Gotta get out. Somehow. Is there even a back door? Yes, there is a side door. Side door. Side door. Alright, let's go. Side door. East Cave. Old church. Alright, I guess it's this way. Let's see if there's anything that we can blow up in the churchyard. See if there's anything that we can blow up in the churchyard. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't want to go that way. This is another one of those that, it was the big new thing to where, like, when characters are walking on different surfaces, the sounds change. So you can see that we're on the well-beaten path, but if we go off path, then it's like you're stomping on weeds. This is a big thing back then. Big thing. All the games do it now, but this was huge back then. It was like, wow. See, now we're on stone cobble. Listen to it. Path. No, it didn't change much. Stone cobble. Weeds. Beaten path. Stone cobble. Yeah, big deal. It's a huge deal back then. Alright. Immersion. PS2 style. Alright, we gotta go somewhere. Somewhere. Where is the east? Where is the east? That's not east. This is like going west. Alright. I feel that I made a wrong turn somewhere. Let's go back. I feel like it's behind the church somewhere. But I don't know. And that's another thing right there. See, you get near the bridge and the stream, you hear the water. Listen. Just the birds chirping. And then as soon as we pass over the stream, you'll hear the sounds of the stream getting close and then further away. Another big deal. But enough of that. What does the sign say? Church. Okay. Ooh. Well. Alright, she said the green ship landed in the cave mine to the east. I agree. Let's go. Dabre mine to the south. Alright. Milsha. Dabre Mines. Save points. Looks promising.
Is someone there?
Newcomers, eh? Don't you people get tired of harassing me?
Never. Never get tired of harassing you. Never.
Sir, are you in charge of this place?
What? You aren't with Utic?
Utic? Don't be insulting!
Sounds like something's going on here.
If you're not with Utic, then it's none of your business. Leave now.
It's always my business.
I'm sorry, but we have our own business.
Your business? My business. My business.
We must go past here.
Past here? Have you come to investigate that ship?
Good guess.
Our friends are on board.
That's not going to be easy. My granddaughter Mai is investigating it now.
My.
But I imagine Utic soldiers are already crawling around inside.
My. That name sounds familiar a little bit.
Utic soldiers?
Yes, I'll never forgive Utic.
And that's probably the right choice. Never forgive Utic.
They took everything. All the valuable resources from the mine, the livelihood of the people who depended on it, and even the life of my son, Tethla.
That's horrible. Horrible. Can we get through that? I wonder.
No, this explosion was caused by weapons.
That's Leupold. I told that girl time and again to avoid combat.
Side story afoot.
Leupold is the autotech Tethla used. Mai believes her father's soul lives on in that machine. Together with Leupold, she protects this land.
I think just remembered
One
a little
autotech
something.
is hardly enough to take on Utic. What do you want to do?
Shion!
Sir, I'm afraid we have to go into those caves. Is that all right?
Should be fine. If you run into Mai, Tell her to stop fighting and come back.
We will do that.
Will do. By the way, we never asked your name.
My name? It's Xenosaga.
Of course. Xenosaga. May we please use your save point? Xenosaga. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Magus. $429 gold. Sorry, just meant to blow up your stuff, old man. Mr. Magus, just let me blow up your stuff, please. We're going in. Damn straight. Maximum output. Damn straight. Going in. Going in. Puzzle action. Who's this? Can't read that. Probably you can't either. Oh, oh. So, apparently there are gnosis in the mines, but I set a mine and froze them. Let's do a quick scan. Analyze ball. Null. Fire. 820. Nothing. Throw fire and null fire. Okie dokie. I guess Momo has to get her ice game on. Let's do that. For special attack, so these things at the top, these boost charges, that allows you to do special moves. And Momo's special move is freeze shock. And if you see over yonder, over here, she's at level 1 freeze shock, and it takes 2 boost charges, which relate to the blue boosts up above. So we could probably take this guy out with like 1 shot. We'll see. Nope, not 1 shot. 3.
Okay, good job.
And that boost gauge goes up when you land successful attacks. So a lot of these field enemies are not that big of a deal, but field enemies are not that big of a deal. I mean, they could be kind of tricky or annoying at times. However, the boss fights, you really have to know what you're doing. There's front attacks, back attacks, depending on how you engage the enemy. We will change Momo out for Ziggy, since he is better against biologicals. I'm not going to waste a special attack. See if we can just down this guy. He's broken.
It's just a stretch.
Where are we going? I have no idea. I'm just going to run around for a little bit and see what's up. I guess we have to go down. Deep down to Trauma Hound.
Don't underestimate me!
And if you get a finish strike on your attack, then you get some extra EXP. Which is always good to have. Done be broken. One of the differences between the Japan release and this release in North America and other countries west, was that they removed a lot of the blood in the game. If you remember from Xenosaga 1, there was a lot of blood splatter, or at least a lot of red during the fights. This one, they've changed everything to like rainbow colors. One reason or another. Not quite sure what that was about, but it was 2006, so maybe somebody was complaining about the violence in Japanese video games. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because they had even action games back in that console era, and PC gaming era that had a lot of violence and a lot of blood. So, who knows? Let's use Chaos. I haven't used Chaos yet this game. I just hate using Chaos. Good character, bad fighter. We'll see. Pardon. quicken up for this battle. We got 3. Oh, these are biologicals? How does that work? Really? Ooh, yeah. That's a tornado. Alright. What do you got? Actually, we need to figure out what these guys are. These guys. Okay, they're beam. Weak to beam. So the thing right there is beam. Looks like a little shooting star. It's a beam. Meaning laser or some sort of spiritual ray. Alright, let's do it.
Ether Drive!
Scuds. I don't get how these guys are...
Ether Drive!
I don't get how these guys are biologicals. They look like Gnosis, but maybe they're just subterranean biologicals.
Ether Drive!
Don't you dare knock around my Momo. Jeez. So damn rude. What are these guys doing?
I'm trying.
That lightning is killing me. Whoa. Okay. Byproduct. Okay. Byproduct number A283. So it sounds like there's some weird genetic engineering going on down here. Genetic engineering of the local fauna. Okay. Yeah.
Ether Drive!
Guys, you were a little bit of a pain. And we'll just keep party, see what's going on. No idea where I'm going. Absolutely no clue where I'm going. No mines left. No traps. Alright. So I gotta wait for this guy to turn around. 24. 24. All right. Funny. All right. Nice.
Ether drive.
think. I had to check on the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts. The sprouts of Brussels. Which will eventually become dinner a little bit later. Okay, so what's up with this place? Nothing. It's just a place that we have segment address 1. Okay. Alright. So what more is there? Nothing? That's all there is at the end of that road, huh? Fun. Fun, fun. Hey, 1,000 gold. Wow, this mine is rich. Rich in resources. Rich. What's that? This guy's guarding a chest. I'd never underestimate you. Oh, this had better not be fire. Chaos. I do not want Chaos. Let's see how Junior does. We'll see how Junior does. Might need to get a lapel mic because I talk pretty low sometimes. Sometimes I talk pretty low. Junior. Try again in 10 years. Nice. You can't buy ether packs. So I need to keep these. But we'll have Junior run us through. Girl in the orange dress. Orange dress. That must be Mai. And I believe that's going to be Mayuki. It better be. I think it is. Serious. It's a save point. It's got to be getting serious. Reorg the party, get some new skills. Junior there. Jim backside. Hello? Hello? That'll probably be important. Pardon me, just a little bit of bureaucracy, just to, make the next big fight a little bit easier. I don't know what's going on with the light in here. It's springtime. Here's the springtime light in this place. Is it too bright? Game here of some sort? Something? Use the wild roller coaster. Left stick. Up. Accelerate. Up is accelerate. Down is brake. Alright. Zipline time, I guess. And let's see. I don't know what we're going to get. Max speed. Ooh, look at that. Yes, they finally have a good drawing distance. I guess we got a little bit of a fight up ahead. It's pretty nice. Did I make it? Hey, I made it. That wasn't too much of a big deal. Is this the orange thing?
What was that?
I'd imagine that was Leupold. It looked like it took some damage. We should hurry.
One of the things that could have been better in this is if they could have done the auto conversation thing, because it's just kind of just weird to hear them say something with such urgency, and yet you have to press the button to like go ahead to hear the next line. They should definitely have had an auto dialogue feature, because then it just would have flowed so nicely. I guess that takes me back. Alright, so I was able to get here, and I'm able to get back, save, no big deal, going after Leupold, who I think is Mai, or May. We'll see. We'll see where it takes us.
Stop right there!
Yeah? And?
Are you Mai? Your grandfather's worried about you. Why don't you stop fighting and go back to him?
Grandfather is worried about me?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're lying. You won't fool me, you tick.
Hey, we're not lying. He really said that.
I can't believe you'd use a child to try to convince me. You're despicable. Don't tell me you already got Grandfather.
Listen to us.
Relax. We just need to get to the ship that's up ahead. We met your grandfather on the way.
The ship ahead? So you're Utic soldiers, just like I thought. You're planning on using that ship to destroy this mine.
No, we're not.
We're not gonna do anything. Look, we're not related to Utic.
Kids, stay quiet!
I'm not a kid! Damn it, this is a waste of time. Just get out of our way.
Are we gonna have to fight her? Probably.
You've gone far enough. You're not taking another step. I won't let you. You're not getting away with this any longer.
We're
It's
not
all right.
getting away with
Please,
anything.
Mai, listen to us.
Except for Cosmos.
I don't need to listen to you. I won't let you take anything else from me.
Anything
I
else?
won't ever forgive you. Leupold!
Okay. Go. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to kick your robot's ass. blast hammer. Hilarious. Alrighty then. What are we gonna do here? Let's go. I'm gonna break her.
Ether drive! I don't miss!
Refresh? What was refresh? Oh, clear the status effects. Which is tough. Which is tough.
Forgive me!
I think you have to take her out first, since the mech is under her control. Well, good theory, anyway. Alright, it's time. Let's see what she's all about. 6,000. Alrighty.
I'll never forgive you! Never!
Just listen to us, Mai. Oh, yeah. That's pretty bad. But yes, we can do the same thing.
Ether drive! I don't miss!
Ether drive!
Take this!
Right? So stat her and then... Yeah, that'll work. So stat her and then... Just gonna waste a turn.
Ether drive!
It won't last long enough for me to break her. Alrighty. How about this? Some massive break action happening here.
Go, Leupold!
Alrighty then.
Ether drive! Ether drive!
I missed what that said. Does that say that when Mai takes damage, the mech is gonna counter? Could be. Just stand it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Ether drive!
It's all okay.
Ether drive! Ether drive!
Okay. I need to see where she's at. Alrighty.
I'm sorry, Leupold.
Alright, take the machine out. Rage against the machine. Take the machine out.
Ether drive!
Weak against lightning and ice. So I obviously need some Momo action in here. But not from Shion. This guy is 6,000. Alright.
You can't escape my sight.
That will most certainly work. I can break this guy.
Don't try too hard.
Damn.
Ether drive!
Ether drive! Ether drive!
Ether drive!
And you need to leave.
Here I go.
You can't escape my sight. Ether drive! Ether drive!
Alrighty then.
Ether drive!
I pretty much just need to get him down.
Ether drive.
Ether drive!
Well, it's a tough call.
Ether drive!
To neutralize something that I couldn't see. Oh, good. $13.95. Yeah, that might work.
Ether drive.
We'll see.
You can't escape my sight.
Done. I'll take it. Just go talk to your grandpa. That's it. We're not lying to you.
You're even gonna take Leupold from me, aren't you? I know what comes next. I'm ready for it. Go ahead and kill me. Just like you killed my father and the people from the mine.
Get a grip. If we wanted to kill you, we would have done it a long time ago.
Yes, I was being merciful.
Don't worry. Our attacks on Leupold were just enough to temporarily interfere with its drive system. It should be back to normal soon.
I don't need your pity.
We're not pitying you.
Whoa, Shion.
Our friends are on that ship, and if you keep getting in our way, we're not gonna hold back. That ship is as important to us as this place is to you. You, of all people, should understand our feelings.
Mai! Mai!
Grandfather?
Oh, you're hurt. You foolish tomboy.
I'm sorry. They talked about you, so I thought these Utic soldiers had gotten you too.
These people have nothing to do with Utic. Oh, I swear your rashness is going to be the death of me. Can't you be a little more ladylike?
The mine workers all ran away in fear of Utic. If I don't protect this place, who will? And besides, Daddy was...
This place connects you to your father, doesn't it? Don't worry. We won't tread on your memories.
Your ship should be up ahead.
Mai.
If you're done here, then go. I don't need any more trouble.
Thank you.
Jeez, she's just as stubborn and aggressive as a certain someone else we know. Right, Shion?
Why are you looking at me?
Totally oblivious. Right. So I think that is going to be just about the end of the stream. We'll give the happy hellos to the crew, and then we will sign off.
Captain, you're all okay.
Xion!
Hey, glad to see you're alive too.
Likewise, big fella. And that's the stream. We don't have time for this soppy scene on the stream. So, until next time, Games with Goff, signing off.